The Aesthetic Podcast from Local Women Magazine. This podcast is brought to you by BTL Aesthetics Ireland, supporting clinics with aesthetic solutions.
Hi and welcome to Local Women's Aesthetic Podcast. I'm Emma Heaney and today I'm joined by Dr. McNally, the Medical Director of Rejuvenate Anti Ageing Aesthetic Clinic here in Belfast and Linden Hall Street. Welcome, Dr. McNally.
Thank you, Emma.
And we're here with your lovely team. We have your esthetician, Rachel. So Laura and I have been talking on the phone earlier and we've had like a bit of a run through, but your clinic's been established for over 10 years.
Yeah, 2014. I'm a local GP. Sort of working for over 30 years as an NHS GP, and I would have done a lot of our minor surgery in the practice, and back sort of over 10 years ago when a lot of the injectable treatments were getting very popular, a lot of the patients would have been asking for. So that's really what got me into it, and I always loved the practical side of things. So that's what, and then 352 Kingsbridge started doing courses. I was actually on the first course that they ever run back in 2014. So that's what got me into it. And ironically now, actually, I am now the associate trainer for Kingsbridge. So I actually teach the course that I
First
went
year?
on.
Isn't that lovely, that whole evolve?
Yeah, so it went full circle. Because I was taught by a max fac surgeon. And it's funny that the last training course I did for Kingsbridge, there was a max fac surgeon up from Cork. So I was teaching then a max fac surgeon, so it went full circle, Emma. You know.
And obviously you can feel the passion and you really enjoy aesthetics.
It's I call it, I know it maybe sounds a little bit silly, but I call it my happy medicine, because it's just making people feel good about themselves.
Yeah, and there's nothing more rewarding.
I'm still an NHS GP, and I still look after, the palliative care and I'm dealing with people with, very complex mental health problems and addictions. So I still enjoy that. I love that. And I have no intention of anything. But this is a different medicine. This is, a nice part of my week that basically.
It's very rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, it is rewarding. It really is. It's very it's very important that it's done right because it is medical.
Yes.
And we always do have to think about safety and patient outcomes. But it's more enjoyable, and it's a nice, happy side of medicine. Yeah.
So, Rachel, you're in charge of all the skins, and you're the skin specialist.
Yes.
And your array of treatments are skin peels, microneedling.
Yes, and laser treatments. Yeah.
I know that you're bringing in shortly the Moxie and BBL. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Very excited.
And what made you choose that device?
Well, I think because it's a leading brand.
That's right.
It really is. They really sight on. They really started the whole laser back 50 plus.
That's right.
In the 50s and 60s, didn't it? So they have a lot of credibility. So that was one of the main reasons. Rachel has a lot of experience using them as well. From previous.
Yes, I've worked with the BBL machine for 3 years previously. Just really modern technology, and you can get very specific with your treatments. You can change the light filters, so it can be the light's attracted to red tones and brown tones, so you can get more specific in what the light can find.
So this is the BBL.
Yes.
So BBL is a form of IPL, is that correct?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It stands for
broadband
broad
light.
That's
Not
right.
to be confused with
Right,
the other BBL.
That's right.
Not at all.
And your Moxie, the two of them seem to be really like sisters. They're really good combination treatments.
Yes, they are. They're brilliant to combine. The Moxie goes a little bit deeper into the skin than the BBL is more superficial, but they both work on building collagen and brightening the skin and creating more even skin tone.
So if our listeners are hearing us say these new words, the Moxie and BBL,
Yes.
they're lasers, and they're about rejuvenation and regeneration.
Yes.
Who's the best targeted patient for these treatments?
Probably for BBL, you'd be looking at more rosacea skin types, redness in the skin, broken capillaries, pigmentation and sun damage. But it also treats laser hair removal and acne treatments.
Excellent.
And Moxie is very good for fine lines and wrinkles, really plumping up the skin, but very good for pigmentation and melasma.
Excellent. And would they need a course of these treatments or?
Yes, it's recommended a course of 3, maybe an annual top up of 1 or 2 treatments.
That's actually doable,
Yeah.
for a busy schedule, that's quite doable.
It is.
Thank you. And we have Laura, not to leave you out, Laura, who's sitting right beside me here. So you're an aesthetic nurse, is that
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
And so what services do you offer within the clinic?
Yeah, mostly the injectable moisturisers. So Profilo,
Yeah.
it would probably be our most popular.
Uh-huh.
People who are looking to improve their skin quality, just they come in maybe a wee bit dehydrated, and just want something just to tighten up their skin around their own bone structure, as opposed to looking for derma fillers.
Yes.
Something just a wee bit more subtle.
I
Yeah.
mean, I do buckets of Profilo in my clinic. I have the nickname as the Profilo Queen, so you and I can talk all day about Profilo.
Profilify.
Isn't it very good? Yeah. So Profilo is, like, just for the listeners, it's a hyaluronic acid. It's 65 milligrams, non-cross-linked. So it's going to hydrate the skin, as you said, lovely. It's an injectable moisturiser, but it's not going to volumize.
No.
I think that's the key thing to know for our listeners. What about the Profilo structure? Have you tried that yet?
We haven't. What do you think?
We're getting great results with it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of based for the sagger and the sinker face.
Right.
The technique is lovely. I still find that for the gold standard, I like to just put a little bit of ordinary Profilo on top after.
On top
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
do you do much of the body protocol?
I do. We used to do more so in the summer. Arms and tummy would be the main ones we would do.
And the neck, I find sometimes when you do the neck and the face, you get an even better result.
Brilliant.
Like an all over tightening.
We would class the neck as the face, so we do face and neck and décolletage. We would do all 3.
Okay. And every treatment.
No, well, a good lot of my ladies, absolutely. Personally, I have my face, neck and chest done. Absolutely. 2 treatments, 4 weeks apart. Yeah, and then I do 2 every 6 months.
Yeah, yourself?
Yes,
Very good.
absolutely.
That's lovely, isn't it?
And other skin boosters, are you using any other?
You're probably aware that Allergan relaunched their Skin V, which was previously Volite, and we would have used a lot of Volite back in 2016, 2017 when that was launched. So I was over in London for the launch of Skin V there recently. So again, it's just slightly different. But it's similar to Profilo, but there's a bit of cross-linking with it. And the idea is that longevity a little bit longer. But it's a good product. We used it in the past. It's just another alternative for someone who maybe is potentially a little bit underwhelmed by Profilo.
It's nice for the patients who completed the Profilo course and just this stubborn, crappy area. You can localise it.
Yes.
And just concentrate it all periorally. You can do the full face, but you can just use maybe the 1 ml syringe just as the icing on the cake after all the Profilo treatments.
And how many treatments would they require of that?
Every 6 to 9 months, one treatment. One treatment for 6 to 9 months. Yeah.
What treatments do you think are going to be really busy in your clinic? And I mean, this is the crazy time for us.
It is, and it's obviously it's some of the bread and butter. A term that used, the anti-wrinkle injections. Obviously, everyone likes to time that so that it's sitting, perfect for Christmas, basically from the party season.
And the Profilos, obviously.
Profilos,
a lot of our ladies get Botox and Profilo together.
Yes,
it's like the thing.
But we can't forget about the old-fashioned dermal fillers. I'm saying, yes, over the last 5 years, the skin boosters, the injectable moisturisers have become very popular. But there's still a place for some patients, especially at the start of their journey, if they need a good bit of lifting, like what we used to call the non-surgical facelift. I still think there's a place for that. So we still do a lot of the traditional dermal fillers as well.
I think for fillers, in the way I probably describe it, is the right product in the right place can be a beautiful result, and then the syringe in the right hands.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very important that it's placed at the right level and the right product is used. And we just use industry-leading brands, the premium products basically, and any of the anti-wrinkle injections, because it's been very topical recently. It's been all over the news. People buying it on the internet, coming from unlicensed products coming from South Korea and stuff like that there. So obviously we just use licensed medicines, and we have all our treatment protocols and because we're still NHS doctors and nurses, we're very well placed to deal with any potential complications that might arise. Saying that, they're rare, but again, it's important. It's always important that anybody who goes to get any of these treatments are going to someone who's experienced, like yourself, like myself, who are able to deal with a complication if it would arise.
That's right. And I think that's a strong message.
Yeah, it is a very strong message, yeah. And, experienced people like ourselves have been crying out for regulation for years because, that will benefit all the proper practitioners out there who strive to do everything properly.
That's right. I would concur with that, absolutely. So I've had a look at your lovely Instagram. You're doing really well. It's a fabulous page. What is the name of your page if the listeners want to follow you?
It's Rejuvenate Anti.
And are you on Facebook as well?
We are indeed.
What about TikTok?
Yes, we just started TikTok actually a couple of days ago. She just created an account for us. We have a nice girl, Laura, in managing all the social media aspects for us. So yes,
That's where the patients are watching us, and it's a minefield though.
Yeah, it is. And up until now, we have basically our business has run very well for the last 10 plus years, really on word of mouth referrals. But we realise now that there's a lot of business out there that we're probably missing out on, really, from not getting involved more with social media. So that's why we've really taken it on more recently.
Yeah, a lot of our current injectable patients that we inject, they will move to the BBL and Moxie, and they'll probably integrate that into their plans, but would like to probably just kind of cast the net wider and get some new patients and like maybe a new demographic.
Yeah, and another motivation, I suppose we should say, another motivation for doing it is that we moved, we've been established now 11 years. Up until last year, we were operating out of Ormo Health Centre, which is my GP surgery. There was a separate rentable space on the ground floor of the health centre, and that's where we had been working out of. But last year, because basically we were getting busier with more staff, we needed larger premises. So we decided to move to the city centre, and we embarked on a very high end clinical fit out. So we have we have a lovely space now. It's very modern, very clean, in a very central location. So again, that was another motivating factor for us to do a little bit more advertising, and rather than just relying on all our very loyal customers over the years, and with the word of mouth that they would have produced, we just thought we'd cast our net a little bit wider.
Very good. Well, I have had a nosy at your clinic and it's absolutely beautiful. So congratulations on the progression. You're doing so well.
We will have an official opening, and you will get an invite, obviously. So that will happen over the next few months.
And exosomes, they're all everywhere. Everybody's talking about them, and I believe you've introduced them into the clinic as well.
We've had a few good results with the hair loss treatments. Using exosomes with microneedling. So a couple of men actually, mostly men with a male pattern baldness. So it's just give them a wee bit more confidence, the new follicles, and they're delighted.
And your protocol for exosomes, how many treatments do you offer for the hair restoration?
It's
4. It was generally 4 most.
4 weeks apart. 4 weeks apart.
Lovely. And polynucleotides. I'm sure they're on your treatment protocol.
Mostly for under eyes, because it's the only product you can really inject safely, like right under the lid and above the lid. I love them myself actually. I had a great result on the upper lid. That's probably our most popular area for treating them. I find it kind of hard to decide to use them over the other skin boosters.
It is, because there's such a fantastic portfolio you have already.
Exactly.
We would do it a lot under the eye.
Around the eye, because I suppose when their profilos and their anti-wrinkle kick in, there is kind of then a contrast in the under eye area, because the rest of their face is so good. When they start coming in and saying, "Oh, is this new? This wee wrinkle under my eye," and you're kind of like, "Well, it's always been there. It's just everything else is smooth now."
I always say it looks like when you've decorated the living room, you notice the hall. It's kind of one of them ones. So, well, no, well, listen, thank you so much for coming in. Your new clinic of premises sounds absolutely beautiful. We will definitely be at the launch.
Thank you.
And I want to wish you all the best and good luck with the crazy season now.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So if people want to get in touch with you, they contact you via Facebook?
Yeah, they can contact via social media, and we'll have a website.
There's an online booking link there on the website, or they can message me, or they could just give me a call. A lot of our patients still do that, and I'm happy to take the calls for inquiries or texts, WhatsApps.
Oh, there's loads of ways to get you.
Yeah.
So I would like to thank the team for coming in today, and we will also tag them in our podcast too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Aesthetic Podcast from Local Women Magazine. This podcast is brought to you by BTL Aesthetics Ireland, supporting clinics with aesthetic solutions.